Get up in this math, yo. Yeah, get up in this math. You guys don't know about that. All right, anyways. So, now we're going to be adding rational expressions with dun dun dun. Unlike denominators. These are not the same, as you can see. This is not the same as that, by the way. I don't know if you know that. Y plus 2 is not the same as y squared plus 4y plus 4. So we need to make them the same. So just come over here real quick. Just like when you have 2 over 3 plus 1 over 4. When we add fractions, we must have to have a common denominator. So that's the same thing here. Okay, so just think of this as, okay, we have to find a common denominator. That's our first thing. That's our very first step, is let's find a common denominator. Well, the way that you find a common denominator dealing with rational expressions is we have to first factor the denominators. Well, this is already factored. There's nothing that you can do with y plus 2, but we can factor this little tamale. So let's go ahead and go and do our diamond once again. All day diamonds, all day up in here. 4 and 4. Why? Because the last number goes on top. The middle number goes on the bottom. And again, we have this cool little game here. 2 numbers that multiply and give us 4. And these same 2 numbers you add to get 4. Oh, 2 and 2, right? 2 times 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. So let's replace this. Let's replace this with y plus 2. I'm sorry here. And then y plus 2. Okay? Now that is factored. Check it out. You see how both sides have a y plus 2? Both sides have that. However, the left-hand side has a y plus 2 and a y plus 2. But this side, oh, he's a little lonely. He only has one y plus 2. So what does this side need that this side has? Well, it needs a y plus 2 so that they're both the same. Because look, if this side had a y plus 2, aren't these now the exact same thing? Yes, it is. So that means we need to multiply this side, top and bottom, by y plus 2. Okay, so let me just say that once again. Okay? You just look and see. Okay? You see how they both have a y plus 2? But this one has 2 of them. So that means that this side needs one more y plus 2, so we're going to multiply whatever it needs by top and bottom by y plus 2. Okay? So now that we have a common denominator, we know that our answer is going to be y plus 2 times y plus 2. Because again, when you add fractions, you put the common denominator. And now we're going to put these now on top. So we have y minus 2. But now we need to multiply this. And if we remember FOIL right here, FOIL, F stands for first. So we're going to multiply our first terms. Y times y is going to give us y squared. Once again, the first term, y times y. Then we're going to go to O. Oreos, O. We're going to go the outside term. So y times 2. Y times 2 is 2y. Now we're going to do the inside term. So now I'm going to take this negative 2 and go bloop. Negative 2 times y is negative 2y. And lastly, the L, the last terms. Negative 2 times 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Okay? Don't leave it like that because we can combine like terms on top. So we're going to go one more line down. Okay? And it's still going to be our same denominator. Y plus 2. Y plus 2. And let's see here. We're going to go ahead and combine like terms. Let's start with our highest exponent. There is no other y squared. So I'm just going to put y squared right here. So that's gone. Good, because right here. Now let's look at our y terms. Well, look. 2y minus 2y, those will cancel each other out. And I have one more y right here, so I'm going to put plus y. Lastly, we have a negative 2 and a negative 4. So negative 2 minus 4 is a negative 6. And if possible, you could factor the top, but there's no need to do that. We're going to leave it just like that. And this will be our fantastic, awesomely answer.